Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. I'm Pinky Webb. Today on the program, in a shocking move, the House of Representatives expels Negros Oriental Representative Arnie Teves for disorderly behavior. Teves' legal counsel, Attorney Ferdie Topacio, joins us in the program. Also later, the Education Department is going to, take over. The 14 public schools caught between Makati and Taguig's territorial row, and some lawmakers oppose the proposed 150 million peso confidential funds in DepEd's 2024 budget. DepEd spokesperson and Undersecretary Michael Poa tells us more later in the show. The House of Representatives has expelled Negros Oriental Congressman Arnie Teves. 265 lawmakers voted to adopt the Ethics Committee's unanimous recommendation to evict Teves for his disorderly behavior and for violation of the Code of Conduct. Let's go straight to the source of the story. We have, first off, Arnie Teves' lawyer, Ferdie Topacio. Attorney Topacio, welcome to the source, sir. Thank you again for your time. Let me start, sir. So, nakausap niyo na ho ba si Congressman Arnie Teves, and what was his reaction to this latest move by the House?
Yes, good morning, Ma'am Pinky, and good morning to all the viewers. Well, it was not so shocking to us because we knew all along from the beginning that it would be leading to this.
Did you speak to him already?
Yes.
What did he say,
he's
sir?
more saddened than shocked. He expected this, but he's sad not for himself, but because he felt that those who voted for him during the last elections as representative of the 3rd District of Negros Oriental would be deprived of their elected representative in the House of Representatives.
Yeah, so who will be the caretaker?
The speaker in this, in cases such as these, it is a speaker who appoints a caretaker in the meantime that there is no elected representative.
Will you appeal this? Appealable ho ba ito at the House of Representatives? Because if we go back to the voting, that was 265 for, I believe, 3 abstention and 0 opposition.
Under the rules, there is a mechanism for appeal, which is you may file a motion for consideration on the next session day. Although, as you have pointed out, it may be futile, but nonetheless, he should have been given the chance to appeal instead of summarily adopting the recommendation of the House Committee on Ethics, which was voted on the very same day, on the very same minute, actually, that it came out.
Yes, so Attorney Ferdie, does the congressman plan to file an appeal before, number one, the House of Representatives, or a motion for reconsideration?
Well, rest assured that now we are studying all our options and we will avail of all the legal remedies available to us.
Siguro ang tanong lang, Attorney Ferdie, is palagay niyo ho ba sakaling pumunta kayo muli sa House, what are the chances of this vote being reversed?
Well, of course, that based on the voting, the chances are nil. But nonetheless, we are studying our options because we owe this much to our client.
And of course, the other option would be to file a motion before possibly a trial court, a regional trial court.
Yes, that is another option because in our letter to the committee, we had asked them to defer further proceedings based not on our opinion, but based on the provision of the own rules of the House Committee, which states that if the same matters under their consideration is pending before a judicial, quasi-judicial, or administrative body, then the Ethics Committee should defer action on the complaint.
And
matters are pending before the Anti-Terrorism Council and the Ombudsman, the same matters that they use as grounds for expulsion.
But I think they were quite clear about this issue on the designation of Arnie Teves as a terrorist by the Anti-Terrorism Council. I believe members of the Ethics Committee had discussed this, but put that talk aside, being expelled or his expulsion was really because of what they said was disorderly behavior and violation of the code of conduct, such as abandonment of his office because of his move to seek political asylum, and then absence without leave. Tsaka sinama din po, attorney, yung indecent video sa social media.
Well, that is exactly the case. The issue of his designation is pending before the Anti-Terrorism Council by virtue of a request to delist under Section 6.9 of the Implementing Rules and Regulations. And the issue of abandonment is now before the Ombudsman because of a criminal complaint filed by, well, we don't know the person, but there is someone who filed. Under those circumstances, the own rules of the committee itself states that action should be deferred. And yet, in their recommendation, the Committee on Ethics was silent on this ground. They completely ignored it and glossed over it. We wonder why.
Ay, ibig sabihin, meron po kasing mga pending na motion. At ang sinasabi niyo po to the defense of Congressman Arnie Teves, while there are pending appeals, there should not have been such a decision. So,
yes, because that is provided in the own rules of the House Committee,
Opo.
which they chose to disregard in this instance.
yeah, we need to talk to them about this point that you're raising, Attorney Ferdie. Yung pong sinasabi niyo doon sa Anti-Terrorism Council appeal, tell us more about this.
Well, that is allowed under the implementing rules and regulations of the ATC, specifically Section 6.9, that you may request within a certain period of time for the ATC to delist the subject of the designation. So that is the ATC is undoubtedly an administrative body. Now, with respect to the abandonment, the issue is before the Ombudsman, which is a constitutional body. So, in obeisance to their own rules, they should have deferred action on their complaints.
So when was this request to the ATC to delist the congressman done?
It was before the meeting of the House Committee on Ethics. All of these were done even before the committee met. So that is why we had invited their attention to these pending matters before other bodies. And, that rule is an acknowledgement that the House, being a legislative body, is not the most competent body to rule on certain matters. There is the issue of primary jurisdiction, as we call it in law.
Okay. So, with all this that's happened, what is the plan of Congressman Arnie Teves? Will he still consider to come home and possibly face charges against him, sir, such as his indictment on 3 murder cases back in 2019?
With respect to the indictment, we have not yet received any finding of probable cause from the courts, not from the DOJ. And he has made it quite clear repeatedly that the matter of his inability to come home is not due to any reason other than his serious concerns for his safety and that of his family.
So I guess it remains that the congressman will still not come home.
Yes, I think that is definite because with what is happening now, his requisite that he be treated with fairness is not happening.
Arnie Teves' lawyer, Attorney Ferdie Topacio, sir. As always, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much and God bless.
And we'll be taking a short break. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Please stay tuned.